Everything going okay? Okay, just checking. Still getting audio sentinel alerts like popcorn. So I don't know what. That sounds about right. I counted up until from 5 to 10. I think it was 18, something like that. And must have kept on going. So there we go. There's something wrong. Now, for a while last night, there was no audio going out. It was the reason it was giving alerts is because there was nothing there. Did we have a game last night? WVU? So I was wondering if something didn't switch back at around 11:45 before I went to sleep. I checked it, and there was no. The Winamp was getting nothing up at the KKX studio transmitter, but there was nothing coming out either. There was nothing going into the stream in the studio. To turn back, yeah. That's probably what happened. That's probably what happened. Make sure we, yeah. If you see anybody today, you might remind them of that. I'll try and send a note out too. Because that's what I thought. Something we'd played something, some special programming, and it didn't return to normal. So there was nothing there until I don't know what time. At some point, it came back on. I think at some point, I think we normally turn like maybe at the next hour, it automatically turns SB on, but if it not until the next hour. I think it was 11:45 when I checked, and it was just nothing, no audio going out. Well, we'll talk. I'll try and do something about it today. I don't know what, but I'll try and do something today. I don't think I sent you audio for Taylor Swift, right? Yeah, it was something else. What else did I send you? I don't remember now. If you check the time, you'll note it was when I was half asleep. Let me see. Sent. Oh, the McMuffin. I'll do that McMuffin thing right up front because today is actually the birthday of McMuffin. That's what it is. I'll do that. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was. I'll use that right up front in the first segment. All right, let's get video feed ready, and I guess I'm as ready as I'm going to be. No guess. So this is, as you and I discussed yesterday, this is just a jack around day. I got things we can jack around with on. Just couldn't come up with anything. There's just nothing happening statewide. I couldn't think of anything for Stephen or for Brad to do, so.
in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
My son is not some statistic. Of young people have
tripled since the start of summer. So I talked to my daughter's doctor about COVID vaccines.
And she said they're highly effective in preventing hospitalizations
and deaths, even from the Delta variant.
We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
With the new law, more people qualify for financial assistance at healthcare.gov. Real customers like Taylor.
You know, I wish people knew how easy it was to get health coverage. This new law has made it so affordable. I'm only paying $52 a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
New law, lower prices, more people qualify. Enroll by December 15th at healthcare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you or your loved ones facing a serious legal battle? The law office of Paul Harris wants you to know you aren't alone. Do you need someone that's not afraid to go to trial and fight for your rights? Attorney Paul Harris and his team are willing to go where most firms are not. The courtroom. With a successful track record in civil litigation, criminal defense, including tax issues and healthcare fraud, Harris Law Office will fight for their clients by offering the most aggressive representation in and out of court. Call Paul Harris at Harris Law Office for a free consultation. 304-232-5300.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Thursday. Mostly cloudy with showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. A daytime high near 56. The overnight low of 30 degrees. Under mostly cloudy skies, clouds, sunshine in store for your Friday, with highs in the low 50s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
You're early.
Roger that.
It's Thursday.
Why even call it Thursday? Problem? We have pizza on Thursday.
Places, please. Quiet down.
Here is a complete disc jockey show with all the modern pace of today's exciting radio.
Good morning. Let's get started.
Seriously.
Let's go. It's showtime.
Live and local in the Ohio Valley, this is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
59 degrees, Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. 59 degrees here at my home studios in the Elm Grove section of Wheeling. 59 degrees at the Robinson Auto Group Studios downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Our daytime high is going to be 62, and actually we may have already reached that. I have to wait till we talk to Aaron later on. But the 62 is going to be morning 62. Temperatures will drop as the day goes on into the 40s throughout the day. Today by mid-afternoon will be mid-40s, and we will see some rain throughout the day. Showers will last at least until around 4 o'clock or so this afternoon. Breezy winds part of the whole thing as well. But right now, it is warm, 59, straight across the board. It is 7:11 here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Brother Biff, it's a Thursday, another day, another donut, huh?
Yes, it is.
Speaking of donuts, did you see where Dunkin' Donuts is going to open up in Moundsville?
Yeah, saw the story yesterday.
That would be kind of neat. Dunkin' Donuts, quite popular. Always, it seems like there's always some kind of a Dunkin' Donuts story, free coffee on certain days. And, you know, it turns out to be some of the most popular coffee around. I don't know if my coffee today is Dunkin'. We often have the Dunkin' Curry K-Cups here. I'm using today, I think today might be Green Mountain, but frequently it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee, because their coffee is good. Whatever I'm drinking is really good too this morning. So there could be a Dunkin' Donuts coming to Moundsville. They're going to start probably early next year and should finish by spring of next year. So that's good. If you're a Dunkin' fan, there will be a Dunkin' Donuts in Moundsville. They have a big sign up. It's outside Walmart in Dunkin', out in that area. It says, Dunkin' Donuts, new home of Dunkin' Donuts. And that sign was showing up all over social media yesterday. So another day, another donut. Maybe the donut will be coming from Dunkin' Donuts down in Moundsville. Now, while we're talking about things to eat for breakfast time, get the donut. Mentioned to you yesterday, this day, is the 50th anniversary of the Egg McMuffin. 50 years. There's actually some dispute about it, whether it was 71 or 72, but when the McMuffin was created. Did you ever think about food being created? You just sort of think it's just there, but somebody had to come up with this idea. We'll take an egg, we'll take some Canadian bacon, we'll put them on a muffin. So somebody had to think it up. Anyway, today is the 50th anniversary of the Egg McMuffin. And as I told you yesterday, today, in honor of that, if you order your Egg McMuffin through the app, I want to say that, please don't drive up to the window and expect it, but if you order your Egg McMuffin through the app, you will get your Egg McMuffin for the same price it was 50 years ago, and that was 63 cents. And we figured out yesterday, what's an Egg McMuffin today, Biff? $2.79, I think you told me?
Yes, $2.79.
So if you're a McMuffin fan, this is the day to get yourself 2 or 3 or 4 or, 10. 10 McMuffins if you want to, for 63 cents. Actually, none of the information I saw told me whether there's a limit to the amount that you can order. Could you order 100? Feed a whole lot. I don't know. But you can at least get one. 63 cents instead of $2.79. So save yourself some money there. The Egg McMuffin turns 50 today. Actually, a lot of other things are turning 50 this year as well, all celebrating with the McMuffin. I guess maybe find out when you drive up to the drive-thru.
Welcome to McDonald's and happy birthday to the Egg McMuffin. Celebrating 50 years old in 2021 with these people: Tay Diggs, Jeremy Renner, Mary J. Blige, Regina King, Questlove, Denise Richards, Sean Astin, John Hamm, Ewan McGregor, Shannon Doherty, Sophia Coppola, Idina Menzel, all 50 this year. Plus Mark Wahlberg, Elon Musk, Missy Elliott, Sandra Oh, Tom Green, Ricky Martin, Justin Trudeau, and more.
I was just going to order a quarter pounder, but all right, I'll take an Egg McMuffin.
Oh, sorry. We stopped serving those at 11. Sir?
Isn't that always the way when you go for breakfast and they tell you're 1 minute left past breakfast time? Actually, I think breakfast now is 10:30. That little bit said 11, but I think it's 10:30. You got to get out there and be ready by 10:30. When I want something like a McMuffin, when I'm on the air, I got to make sure at 10 o'clock when I say goodbye to Biff, I get zoom over to McDonald's and get it in time. Boy, there's no arguing, Biff. 10:31, I'd like a McMuffin. It's quarter pounder time now, sir. I don't want a quarter pounder. I want breakfast. I'm sorry. And they did all day breakfast for a while, but they've stopped that during the pandemic, and I don't think they've brought it back yet. In fact, I think, somebody can text me and tell me if I'm right or wrong about this, because we have McDonald's fans out there. I think McDonald's has announced they're not going to go back to all-day breakfast, which is a shame. I was so happy when they went to all-day breakfast, Biff. I could get my McMuffin any time of day. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I think now that they've got 3 different baked goods that they have. There's, I think, a cinnamon roll, maybe like a fritter or a muffin or something that we normally would think of as breakfast food. But I think they sell the baked goods all day. is what they're doing now instead of the all breakfast menu. I think it's their baked goods that's all day for them.
Yeah, I think you're right. They don't do the actual breakfast. Now you can get just rolls, I think, basically is what it is. Cinnamon rolls, what have you. I'm not sure what they have, but that kind of stuff. Kind of like the stuff that they had at the Stifel Center for Breakfast with Santa. When I was looking for eggs and sausage and toast and all kinds of things. And so we went to Breakfast with Santa. I'm going, yeah, kiddies can go see Santa Claus this weekend. I get some breakfast. And we walked in and there was a table full of rolls. Oh. See, whether it's the Stifel Center or at McDonald's, that's not actually breakfast for me. Not for me. I want more. But anyways, 63 cents for the McMuffin today, celebrating its 50th anniversary. So if you're interested, you have to use the app to get it. But it's a pretty good deal. And I'm a big McMuffin fan, so there you are. 7:18, 18 after the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. You always hear me talking about the Hallmark Christmas movies. I love Hallmark Christmas movies, and I know it's a girl thing, and I know that it's kind of corny because every Hallmark movie is the same. The big city girl goes back to her small hometown for Christmas, and she's engaged to a snotty brat executive in New York, but she meets her old boyfriend from the younger days back in her small hometown, and of course in the end she stays in the hometown. I mean, it's always the same. And I love those small hometowns on Hallmark, Biffy, because they all have these big Christmas traditions, and the whole town comes together for the tree lighting ceremony, or the whole town comes together for the food competition of some kind. Every one of these little tiny towns in the Hallmark Channel has they all have diners, those neat little diners, which, God, I wish we had around here. Just a small, old-fashioned diner, and the coffee, get some coffee and eggs and sausage and breakfast in the morning. They've all got dozens of diners. So it is a fictionalized world of how wonderful it could be at Christmas time. And people say, oh, it's just, that's just made-up world, and it's just it's a movie. And that's why I like them, because I like to live in the fantasy of what I picture Christmas being. I just bring that up because we were having a Hallmark movie moment last night, Biff, at the Winter on the Plaza in downtown. Last night was the official lighting of the downtown Wheeling Christmas tree. Santa Claus dropped by. There was music, there was entertainment for kids, and all of that sort of stuff. And it was packed. The Market Plaza was packed last night. Now, I didn't go. But I saw TV coverage of it, morning newspaper coverage of it. Mayor Elliott said this on his Facebook page: to say that Winter on the Plaza was a success would be an understatement. Seeing so many genuine and undiluted smiles on the faces of so many children was a refreshing reminder that sometimes it's the little things that matter most. Thanks to all who helped make this happen. And he put some pictures up from the Winter on the Plaza. And I'm telling you, it looked like a Hallmark moment. It looked like a movie from Hallmark. And I hope we have more Hallmark moments here in town. So it was apparently a really, really good event.
And it
was even snow. Believe it or not, they had snow last night, Biff.
Yeah, they had a machine that was making the snow last night, and it seems more and more now. People are starting to realize, hey, we can use the plaza for different things. So it's nice to see that there's another place where, you can do small events or, different types of events, that there's another location for those places.
Yeah, the Market Plaza has been renovated a good bit in recent years, and you got some activity there every day because you got the Stones lofts that are there, and you got the businesses across the street, Tito's and that group of businesses over there. And it's just, the Market Plaza area is really building up. Our real build up over the last, decade or so has been Center Market, which also is a Hallmark area, right? When you go down to the Center Market during the holiday season, that's like the Hallmark Christmas movies. And now you got the Market Plaza. I'm pleased as punch that they were able to have such a successful event last night, because I feel like we're in the Hallmark. I want to be in a Hallmark movie, and there it is. Mayor Elliott said last night we're going to make it an annual event. I think that's a good idea. I think the Market Plaza was always sort of a big centerpiece of Christmas activity, Biff. Back in the day when downtown was still bustling, probably before your day, Biff, but I mean, I remember when you went shopping downtown for Christmas. That's where you went, to downtown Wheeling.
I still remember. I'll tell you how far back I can remember is when Louis, hot dogs, was in town, and that was always great on Christmas Eve or going shopping in town. You did what you had to get in town, and you might have stopped at Louis and got something for lunch, and after that it was go finish whatever you needed to get done shopping. But yeah, I can still remember Louis being in town.
Absolutely, yeah, and it was on the plaza there, right there on the plaza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. I love Louis, but I love the plaza. And I love Christmas in downtown Wheeling was something special. Yes, I know I'm an old guy, and yes, that really is a long time ago. And I know things are very different now, but it was really nice. I didn't see it, but to hear about Winter on the Plaza, which seemed to me to take us back to the days of when activity was going on downtown Wheeling. So I think sometimes I criticize a lot, Biff. But sometimes it does seem like maybe little by little, bit by bit, we're coming back, And one of the things that I've had criticism about over the last number of years, 8, 10 years or so, has been that city has not focused on what I call quality of life stuff up until recently. They haven't really thought about having fun things like Winter on the Plaza in the past. So I think Mayor Elliott and the current council are thinking about that, and that's good. Now, speaking of Christmas, at 7:24 after the hour, 59 degrees, going to get cooler as the day goes on. Be prepared for mid-40s by afternoon. Speaking of Christmas, tomorrow is the Christmas parade, Biff.
Yes, it is.
I was downtown. I don't normally get downtown, as you know. I do the show from home, and I do most of my work from home, but Wednesdays is my day to visit the office, so I got downtown yesterday. How the hell they think they're going to run the bands down those streets, I don't understand. I don't. As of yesterday, you still were barreling is a good word to use. You were barreling from the left lane to the right lane. You come into town, you're going to swerve as of yesterday, all the way over to the right, coming out of the tunnels because you can't use the left-hand lane, then back to the left-hand lane, then back over to the right-hand lane because there's still so much work going on. Big dozer was pulling out in front of cars from time to time, still digging up the street. Now, it looks like they have actually put concrete patches on some of the holes, and that's good, but it's just bumpy old concrete. I don't know how the bands are going to walk on this stuff, Biff.
I think which will show the importance of the spotters for the parade tomorrow.
Yeah, West Liberty baseball? I think it's West Liberty baseball team.
I think it is.
They're going to be spotters to let you know where there are holes and trouble there. Boy, I don't know. I mean, I want this to be a big success, and my buddy Bill Bryson is the guy in charge, so I don't want to be too critical. But gee, many Christmas.
I hope they have walkie-talkies for the baseball team because they may need them. Radio ahead. One guy to his buddy, hey, watch out for this hole here. And then they gets for, hey, watch out for another one. I mean, that's all the communication is going to be tomorrow night is where the holes are.
And where the bumps and the whole thing is. I have never marched in a parade. Well, that's not totally true. I have marched in a parade, but I've never really been like in a band where you've got to march and you're really marching in sync and you're watching your music and watching your feet and watching. And, you really get, so you don't have time to really, you just assume that the ground is okay. the patches they've done are still humpy and bumpy. I would think that creates a problem. If you're, trying to play Rudolph while you're trying to make sure you don't hit a bump or a hole.
And I think the other thing they're going to have to worry about is, we saw how warm it was yesterday. Today the temperatures are going to drop. They're calling for rain, and then I think the high tomorrow is only supposed to be in the 40s.
Low 40s, 41 tomorrow.
So it's going to be, not only are you going to have the rain tonight, it's going to be cold overnight, and it's not going to get, nowhere even near seasonal even for this time of the year tomorrow. So who knows how everything is going to hold up by the time the parade starts.
Yeah, it's, hey, I hope it turns out to be, well, I'm sure everything will be fine, but it still seems to me they could have probably adjusted the route. I still think using Market's torn up the same as Maine, but not quite as bad. I think they could have used Market and Chaplin and made their their loop that way, but hey, pardon me, it's not what they've decided to do, so more power to them. There are, I should alert you to, and the Big Seven will continue to alert you to, traffic notes you need to be aware of tomorrow. Center Market area will close at 5 o'clock as far as parking goes, all right? Market Street from 20th to 23rd Street essentially closing tomorrow at 5 o'clock unless you are a designated parade participant. That's where the floats will line up in the Market Street area, the Center Market area. Market Street itself, Market Street, 10th to 20th Streets, 10th Street on the top, 20th Street down by the bridge. Market Street will be closed at 5:30. So if you work downtown, thinking about getting out of downtown, you want to be aware of that. Market Street will close at 5:30. Main Street, from 10th all the way down to 23rd Streets, will close at 6:30. And parking meters will be bagged and marked with street closure signs during the day. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't start putting those out today. Now, you can look at the bags, and they usually will tell you it's not until tomorrow, but they'll start to put those bags up. But be aware, check what's on the bags. Vehicles parked on the parade route after 4 p.m. tomorrow will be towed. It's not may be towed, it's not could be towed, it is they will be towed. Because it's bad enough to have the bumps and the humps and the holes. The bands can't walk around your car. So if you're still parked on the bagged meters downtown after 4 o'clock on Friday, tomorrow, they will tow your car.
Donnie's coming to get your car.
That's right. He's sitting there. Yeah, Mr. Atkins is sitting there all ready to roll. I got the big truck. It's bucking and rolling, ready to go to get you. But I mean, it's not one of those. Sometimes you say, well, I'm sure I won't get towed. No, you will get towed. You will get towed. So Center Market closes at 5. Market Street, 10th to 20th closes at 5:30. Main Street, 10th to 23rd, closes at 6:30. Pedestrians, you're urged to get down early if you possibly can. Avoid any kind of traffic rush. There's going to be lots of pedestrians downtown, so you want to be aware of that. There will be police officers stationed all throughout the town to try to direct traffic on foot, cars, bikes, whatever. Be aware of all that.
Are they going to have
So tomorrow night?
their new equipment? Like those Segways or whatever that they can speed by in? Are they going to be on those?
It probably will be. They probably will use those.
I think...
I asked the chief if he'd ever tried those one time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it was the Blues Fest, I think. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm looking around at something, and the next thing I see, there's this officer coming by on one of them just going right down through. I was like, man, what was that? And I looked down. I said, oh, it was an officer on one of those scooters or whatever they're called. But, yeah, they look pretty neat.
Yeah, they do. Hey, it makes sense to have a variety of different kinds of transportation for the cops in downtown. So, Anyways, tomorrow night, the Christmas parade, it will be fun. It'll be broadcast on the Big 7. So if you, like me, don't get out and go do these things anymore, you can at least watch the parade on WTRF TV. 6:30, I think. Is 6:30 broadcast time?
Yes, 6:30.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So A, be aware of the traffic situation. B, come down, have some fun. Come down real early and go to the Bridge Tavern or go to River City or go to Ellie and Jack's or Vagabond Kitchen or wherever and grab yourself, or some of the nice places in Center Market. Now, you can't park there, but you can go to Center Market early and have dinner at Market Vines or something, then walk up downtown. So enjoy Christmas parade tomorrow night, and it'll be another hallmark moment in the city of Wheeling. 7:32, 28 before the hour. We are the Watchdog Morning Show. Coming up, we'll have some more holiday conversations for you. Is it really Thanksgiving if you don't have a turkey? I've got a little survey on that. And what is the worst part of the Christmas season for you? What's the one thing you really hate to do that's all revolving around Christmas? A couple of topics I want to get your phone calls or your texts on today. Has cancel culture gotten out of hand? This idea that after somebody does something that creates a backlash on Twitter or what have you, and then people are canceled, essentially, they can't work, they're not, they're blackballed. So I see some value in it in the beginning, but it seems to me maybe it's getting out of hand. I'll share some info with you, and we'll see what you think about that. And we talked a couple of days ago about parents who are giving their kids debit cards for allowances. It got me thinking yesterday, what is the average allowance? How much allowance do kids get? Did you get an allowance when you were a kid?
Yeah, we did, but I mean, it wasn't,
What was it?
I think we got like a couple bucks, maybe like $5 or something.
I think when I was a kid and got my first allowance, it was like 50 cents a week. I mean, it was not a big deal. It was enough to make you feel like, 50 cents was worth more when I was a kid than when you were a kid. So it makes sense you got more than I did. But I was surprised to see some numbers based on research of what kids are getting today for an allowance. So I want to share that with you. And I want you to share with me, what do you think is a good allowance for kids? 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600, or the CityNet hotline, 304-232-8255. For the first time in a decade, the House, Congress, has censured a member. The GOP is vowing retaliation for that. And today is the Great American Smokeout. And in conjunction with that, we learn that once again, West Virginia, we're number one. We're number one. We are the worst state for smoking in the nation. And we are among the worst states for new lung cancer cases. We'll talk about all of that coming up here on the Watchdog Morning Show. 7:35, 25 before the hour. It is 59 degrees straight across the board. The high today is 62, but I think we have reached that earlier this morning. We're actually working our way down now. We're going to go down to mid-40s by afternoon, and we're going to see showers running in most of the day, at least until mid to late afternoon today. So be aware of all that. Details in the forecast are not far away when we check in with Aaron Myler. He's coming up next here on the Watchdog Morning Show. 7:35, 25 before the hour.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Now it's time for your local news headline.
Headlines. The case of Michael Daniel Bowman has officially come to a close. This is a case we've been following closely over the past months. Initially, Bowman was convicted and was serving a near-life sentence for child sex crimes. However, back in April, he was released by Judge David Hummel Jr. Judge Hummel said acting prosecuting attorney Rhonda Wade did not properly prep the grand jury. Now, 7 months later, the Supreme Court is ruling in her favor. The potential sale of the Moundsville Country Club is nearing a decision. Officials tell us we could see one by the end of the week. What's important to note is the judge involved is only helping to clarify corporate status of the club. It was incorporated prior to the passage of the West Virginia Nonprofit Corporation Act of 2002. The court is trying to decide if the terms stockholders and members are equivalent according to the act. Once that's figured out, country club members will come to a final decision. A potential gas well pad is causing controversy in Weirton. It's supposed to be built within city limits right off Park Drive, but local residents are hoping to put a stop to the project. More than a dozen have already written letters to the State Department of Environmental Protection. Among their concerns is the close proximity of the site to their homes, not to mention the noise and the potential of an accident. That was a look at your headlines. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Well, the struggling Penguins are back in action tonight when they visit the Montreal Canadiens. Both of these teams are struggling. The Penguins at 5-6-4 have lost 3 games in a row. And how about the Canadiens? 4-12-2. Like the Penguins, Montreal has lost 3 games in a row. Thursday night football, the 6-4 New England Patriots will visit the 4-5 inconsistent Atlanta Falcons. By the way, the Pats have won 4 games in a row. And this game tonight will feature one of the highest paid coaches in all of sports. It's Bill Belichick. He'll earn $18 million this year. Mike Tomlin, if you're wondering how much he earns this season, $8 million. He's preparing his team for Sunday night's clash in L.A. against the Chargers. Tomlin's biggest concern is Charger quarterback Justin Herbert.
You see some things that you knew in draft preparation when he came out, the arm talent, the strength, the pinpoint accuracy, the ability to change his trajectory and drop the ball over linebackers into the dig area and so forth. You see the fluid mobility and easy mobility that he displayed at Oregon.
Steelers enter Sunday's contest 5-3-1. The Chargers are 5-4. I'm Bill DeFabio on sports, and we are the Watchdog.
This is Bill DeFabio, your host of the Variety Show with Bill DeFabio. Heard on the Watchdog Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Join me from noon till 2 to talk sports, nostalgia, and hear from some of the legends of the game. You won't believe who I have on next. The Bill DeFabio Variety Show, heard on the Watchdog Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tune in and get with the program. I'm Bill DeFabio. Join me for the Variety Show on the Watchdog.
The Highlands Event Center is the area's premier destination for conferences, workshops, employment fairs, weddings, and more. With 4,000 square feet of space, the Highland Event Center can accommodate events large and small. Situated in the heart of the Highlands, guests can enjoy the many restaurants, retail stores, entertainment, and lodging options. To check out everything the Highlands Event Center has to offer, head to thehighlandseventcenter.com or call 833-639-7070.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
Toyota's full lineup of four-wheel and all-wheel drive vehicles combine our legendary reliability with the safety and handling necessary to take on any terrain, element, or adventure that comes your way. And with 12 available models, including Camry, Venza, and the all-new Corolla Cross, there's a style for everyone. Visit buyatoyota.com for the latest offers and to find a dealer near you. Toyota, your four-wheel and all-wheel drive specialists. Let's go places.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
Keep up with the ever-changing world of sports all night long. Sports Map Radio is on the Watchdog, FM 98.1, AM 1600. Catch Biff Leonard on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe. Weekday mornings 7 to 10 a.m. Only on the Watchdog, live and local talk radio, just the way you like it.
It's your turn to talk. From politics to pet peeves, Get it off your chest and on the air. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
18 to the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. We're looking at, now today's the day we're supposed to have the highest high of the week. And I guess that's going to be true, but it's been a little bit misleading, Aaron Myler, because it's not like this is going to be a 60-degree day. The 60, I think, is already come and gone, or will not be around much longer. We're going to start dropping. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, it's like I've been explaining it on air all day long because it's confusing. Because technically our high was 62 degrees today. We hit that early morning, and then now we're just going to keep dropping from there. And I was trying to decide, do I change it to put something later this afternoon, like as to what that temperature is? But like that would technically be a lie. So I don't know. I was somewhere in between today. But yeah, we're going to keep dropping from here on out.
It's just we look at the 7-day forecast, and we've looked at it all week long, and we said, Thursday, 60s and rain. It's going to be really warm and rain. That's the image we had looking at that 7-day, because that's the high. And then here comes Thursday, and now we realize, well, the rain's going to be here, but actually that 62 is come and gone already. We're working our way down. It's really going to be more 40-ish and rainy today, right?
Yeah, that's where you got to like click on like a little picture of the 7-day and get like the full forecast below. Because it's confusing. There's nothing else to do otherwise. Yeah, so it's going to be rainy all day long. I think it's going to start all wrapping up around like 2 to 4 o'clock later today. And then, like you said, dropping down into the 40s here relatively shortly. So we'll probably get down to like the mid-40s later with the showers. And it's going to be windy as well. So like today's the day that you bring the rain jacket, not necessarily the umbrella, because Stephen was talking about it all morning. It is windy outside today. And then tomorrow, cold, but it's going to be a little bit sunnier out there. 41 degrees is the high, so a lot colder. And then as we get into the weekend, we're going to see warming up into the low 50s or upper 40s, some rain throughout the day Sunday. Might see some rain and snow showers for your Monday, and then some flurries for the first part of Tuesday. But as we get into next week, but temperatures, not going to be warm like yesterday. That's just not going to be the case, unfortunately.
And do you have a better feel for Thanksgiving yet? I saw a national story, not a local one, but a national story saying that it looks like there could be some kind of a significant storm coming through the Northeast in the Thanksgiving weekend, at least. I don't know if that impacts us or not. I couldn't tell by the story that I read, but there is going to be weather out there, I guess, during that weekend. Yes or no?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's looking like we're not really going to get the nicest Thanksgiving of the world. We're looking at like a trend of like you said, some storms, and it's looking like it's going to be colder. Temperatures more like December-y. So unfortunately, it's looking like as of now going to be cold and just not the most pleasant. But luckily, it's like Thanksgiving is, no matter what the temperature is or what it's like Thanksgiving's an indoor holiday, so it's not quite as bad. Trying to look at the bright side of not great weather.
Yeah, that's true. It's and actually, Thanksgiving can be. Many of Thanksgiving has been cold and snowy. I've said many times, I prefer snow on Christmas Eve, maybe a little bit left over on Christmas Day, and it'd be done. That's my perfect world of snow. A little bit of snow on Thanksgiving is actually not bad either. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh. I could kind of live. A little bit of snow is okay. Not that I'm going over the river or the woods or in a sleigh. And I'm granddad instead of they're coming to our house, not the other way around. We're not going to grandma's house, but anyways, you get my my point. So, all right, we'll see. But today, people do need to keep in mind, if you look at the forecast, or if you've been looking at it all week long, we've seen 60s as the high for today. And in point of fact, it is, but it's already come, it's already gone. And I guess rain is really more the word of the day today, right?
Yeah, rain and windy is the main thing. So, yeah, it's not, but it's going to be kind of just contained within today. So I feel like it could be worse. So I feel like if you like a rainy day, it's just going to kind of be rainy all day long. So it's a fall kind of like a movie that's like set in like Seattle or something kind of day.
Okay. All right. It's kind of day unless if you have the ability to be home, just sit down and read a book or watch a movie or something and listen to the rain pitter patter on the roof, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, make some soup or something today.
Oh, wait. That's a great idea. Yeah, soup for that. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that, but I'm thinking about it now. That sounds good. I'm noticing the temperature already dropping. 59 still at the airport. That's where it was when I started. It started at 59 here at my home studios. It's already dropped to 56 here, so I'm starting to see some drop already in the temperature as we work our way down to. What do you think? 40, mid-40s? Is that where we're going? 42, 43?
Yeah, I'm looking like mid-40s probably. Yeah, I'd say around like 44 to 46. So, I mean, it would definitely be worse, but not great either.
Now, you have such unusual food taste. We've talked about this. And since you brought up soup, are you a soup lover?
I do, but I think I can only eat soup for like a couple of days in a row, and I live by myself, so I usually, when I make soup, it's like you have to like freeze most of it. But I do like soup. It's fun to make for me too, because I like making it more than I necessarily like eating it. Don't get me wrong, I like eating it. But I think it's just really fun, like when you can take a day like today, where it's just going to be kind of rainy and not nice outside. You can just kind of like sit there and casually throughout the day just make soup and toss random stuff in the pot and go from there. Calming.
Yeah, I really enjoy making soup too. It's been easier with those pop-top cans and the old-fashioned can opener, but I like to make soup that way.
It's chill. It's relaxing, I feel like. It's just like you can't make it quick, so it's like a day-long event where you just kind of chill and just kind of gradually, as you think about it, put something else in the pot and kind of go along.
What's your favorite soup? Or what kinds of soup?
I think that depends. I think the favorite I'd have to say is like, if I had to choose a soup, it's probably like, I don't remember what the real name is. It's like some kind of halishki. My mom's Eastern European, so that kind of thing. But otherwise, like I love like a stuffed pepper soup, or like I have this like chipotle chicken corn chowder that's good.
That
Something
sounds
with
good. Yeah. I like chowder of some kind. I like that. I mean, I'm a big seafood fan, so I like a clam chowder is good, or something of that nature. I like a bisque. I like a good bisque. But I'm basically, I'm a basic kind of guy. Give me some basic tomato soup or basic, chicken rice soup, and life is good. Life is good. So,
right. One more thing I don't like, seafood.
You don't like what?
I've tried seafood, to be fair, though.
Oh, my God. You don't like seafood?
Yeah, I've tried shrimp. I've tried sushi. I've tried a bunch of different things. It's just not really my taste. I'm not into it. But I actually tried this once. Like, I feel like better about just liking it because I actually tried it.
Crab, lobster, those things?
I haven't tried those ones. I just haven't liked the other seafood I've tried, which from what I've been told by everybody, you need to, like, it's all kind of different. So you need to try different things. But everything I've tried so far I just haven't liked.
Boy, you're weird.
I'm an odd little one. My parents did not eat stuff when I was younger, so.
You said the other. I'm gonna have to start a whole book on you on your food. Your food likes and dislikes. Jeez.
It's gonna be a new running segment on the show. Foods Aaron does not eat.
We'll play a game someday. I'll get 10 different kinds of foods, and we'll ask you, "Do you eat those? Do you eat those?" And we'll build your food profile for you. So, all right. Biff, you like seafood, right?
Oh, I love seafood.
I mean, probably a lobster dinner is probably my single favorite meal of all kinds, of all time.
Oh, really?
Oh, God, lobster, sweet lobster, rock lobster, oh, my God, you can't, it's impossible to beat. I just love it. So listen, next time somebody takes you out to a seafood restaurant, just get some and bag it up and drop it off at my house. You can eat the rolls or whatever and bring me the seafood.
I'll drop off McDonald's at Biff and then get you seafood.
Yeah, exactly right. Not that we're trying to make you the food delivery man. I mean, but it's just a thought. All right, Aaron, appreciate your time this morning. Strange as your food desires are, you're always fun to talk to. And we'll do it again tomorrow to put the wraps on the week.
Perfect. Talk to you then, Howard.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. It is Aaron Myler from the Big 7, WTRF TV. He does have strange food tastes, Biffy.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not a criticism. We all have things we like and we don't like. It's okay, but it's just doesn't do coffee, only does tea. What else did he tell us just this week? Something else really unusual.
Was it eggs?
Eggs. He doesn't eat eggs. Doesn't like seafood? Who doesn't like seafood?
I'm sure there might be something he could find that he would like. I mean, I find it hard to believe that, and with seafood, there's a wide variety.
Yes.
So I'm sure that there might be something that he would like. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I just can't see not liking an entire category of food.
Well, he said he's tried shrimp. He hasn't tried lobster or crabs, but he doesn't think he would like them. He doesn't like sushi. Now, I'm not a big sushi fan either. My youngest son loves sushi. He's always buying sushi. I'm not a big sushi fan. That doesn't do much for me. So if you put that in the category of seafood, which I guess it is, that's a seafood that I don't like. We have a lot more fish in the house anymore, salmon or tuna, different kinds of fish we cook here. And when I say we, Biffy, I mean Nancy.
What about tilapia?
Tilapia is an interesting fish. I like tilapia. Tilapia doesn't have a lot of taste to itself. Tilapia kind of takes on the flavor of whatever it is served with. So I do like tilapia, yes, but it's not like a striking flavor of its own. It kind of takes on the flavor of things that are around it. So, but yeah, I like tilapia. Do you?
Oh yeah. If I'm over at Dad's on a Sunday or something, and they cook it, we usually have it with like rice and maybe a vegetable or something like that. But it's good. I mean, I like it.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Catfish?
I'll eat it, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I like catfish, particularly if it's got Cajun flavoring on it. Cajun catfish. I kind of get a kick out of it. In fact, I'm thinking we haven't had any catfish for a while. That might be something to think about. Do I have to do a break before saying anything else? Do I need to do a break?
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
Yep.
Continuing the food conversation, we were talking earlier this morning about today being, and I talked about this yesterday. Today is the 50th anniversary celebration of the Egg McMuffin. And if you order an Egg McMuffin on the app at McDonald's, its original price, 63 cents, as opposed to its current price, $2.79. Now, I got a text earlier saying, well, you can usually get a McMuffin 2 for $4 any day of the week. I don't know about any day, but yes, they usually have special deals where the $2.79 single figure can go down to maybe $2 if you can get 2 for $4. That certainly is true. That's still 2 for $4 makes it $2 as opposed to 63 cents when it first came out, or 63 cents today if you go to McDonald's and use your app to order your McMuffin. And all of this breakfast food has got me hungry. Honey, we're talking about breakfast food. You got any, in the event that you're out today, maybe taking Teddy to school, you could probably just pick up something on the way home. What's that? No, not broccoli. What? No, not broccoli. Today's just could be, an Egg McMuffin day or two, because this is the happy anniversary, and you could get some candles, and we could sing happy birthday to the McMuffin. We could do that. Or, of course, you know what else you could get? You got that right. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Absolutely right. I'm not sure she was serious about that, Biff.
You might be getting broccoli at some point today, whether it be for lunch or dinner, I'm guessing. But put a little butter on the broccoli, or even throw a little cheese over it. It'll be good to go.
While we are talking about food, I got a text off the text line at 304-214-1600. It's not breakfast food, but Mr. Monroe, have you tried the new candy store on the Market Plaza? They've done a good job putting that together. The short answer is I have not. I'm very aware of that candy store. It's a great compliment to popcorn that's already there. They got the popcorn store. They got the candy store, a brand new candy store opening up in the Market Plaza. And it just goes to the point that we've talked about the last couple of days, Biff. That Market Plaza is re-energizing again, revitalizing again. When I was a kid, Market Plaza was centerpiece of a lot of activity in downtown Wheeling, and now the Market Plaza is kind of coming back to that. So, but to answer the texter's question, no, I have not actually tried the sweet store yet. All right, coming up in the next hour, I got some more holiday conversation for you, including, is it Thanksgiving? Is it a Thanksgiving feast if you don't have turkey? Apparently some folks, Biffy, are saying it's okay if they have no turkey as long as they have an all-sides Thanksgiving dinner. I think that's kind of weird, but I'll share that with you. Also, what's the worst part of the Christmas season? And we talked yesterday about the worst Christmas present you got. But of all the things you have to do for Christmas, what's the worst part of it? I'll share with you a survey. Get your texts and calls on that at 304-214-1600. Text line 304-232-8255. How much allowance should kids get? I was amazed when I did my research on that last night. I'm going to share it with you and see if you concur with the average the kids are getting for allowances. I know it's a heck of a lot more than I got when I was a kid. And if there's something else on your mind, hey, here we are to talk to you. Dial us up, 304-232-8255. The CityNet hotline is open and ready for your use. The text line is always available as well. We are looking right now at 59 at the airport, 56 at the home studio, 58 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Temperatures dropping to the mid-40s, and it's a rainy day today. 8 o'clock, ABC is here right now.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Preston, attorneys for